Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. So,
That's a hell of a way to start a live.
oh, hi
Hi, friends. Welcome to my Sunday stream. Miss Morgan and Esther, our usual Sunday hosts, are not going to be able to make it. They are not feeling well. So please send them all of your love and all of your happiness. I know, right, Tiff? So let's send them good vibes and go through the chat while notifications go out. And while notifications go out, after that, we will have everyone do their introductions. I'm going to apologize in advance. My voice is almost gone. I have tea, so I will not be doing a lot of talking today. Lauren says, hello, don't forget to hit the like button. I love Lauren. I love how she and JC are always competing for the first comment. Hi, JC. Claude is here. Hi, Claude. And also share this stream with a friend and make sure they subscribe to the lovely, amazing me. Yeah, do that. So the day keeps dark thoughts away. Hi, Jennifer. You're new here. Hi. Welcome. I'm happy to see you. Nick is here. Hi, Nick. Welcome back. I have homework to do as well, but guess who's going to procrastinate that? Hi, cool. Welcome back, honey. You are awesome. Glad to see you here. And hi, Casey. Welcome back. We're excited for sprints too. We're going to do sprints using Laura Nettles' new timer, which I'm hoping that we can also, I know, it's pretty. It's got these glowy mushrooms on it. And I'm going to mute the music, but it does have some really nice music to it if you ever want to listen to it. So I'm going to mute it for everybody because I find that quiet works better for me when I'm writing. But it's definitely something that you guys should listen to. Yeah, I'm going to procrastinate it to the last sprint probably. And then I'm going to do a half-ass job on all of it all at once.
I had music playing in my background. Did y'all hear it? I didn't even think about the fact we were live.
I couldn't hear it.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything. Let's go ahead and do some introductions. Who wants to go first?
Well, okay.
Popcorn, I'm volunteering you, Jenna.
We were just in a staring contest there. I think I blinked first. So I'm Jenna Gordon. I write erotica. I am using Camp NaNoWriMo to complete the third novella of my debut erotic trilogy, which will be out by the end of the summer.
Yay.
Way cool.
Woohoo.
Hello, all. I am Tiffany, TLS Lifestyle on all the interwebs. I, too, have a sore throat, so I don't know how much I will be talking.
Ooh, look at that.
I want to blame it on Jenna or Gwenna. You're not Jenna. She's Jenna. You're Gwenna. You're Gwenna. Okay.
This happens every day of my life.
Through the streams, but it's not her fault. It's the stupid fan that I've been sleeping under. Let's see. I have a podcast, The Straight Life. I do PJs and Scribbles on Thursdays, and I have a Kindle Vella that's coming out on Tuesday. So I just did the read along for it earlier today. So if you haven't checked that out, please go take a look or listen, I guess. And if you want to get more behind the scenes, including a special surprise for all of my book club people, go follow that on my Ko-fi page.
And JC, if you could please be a doll and drop the link to that in the chat so everyone can go and do that, I would love you forever for that. I think that'd be grand.
I would too.
My name is Gwenna at Gwenna the Winner. You are here on my channel, and it looks like with two sickies and one person who's got a book to finish, we are going to be super productive today and not do too much talking, not too much therapy. Look at that, JC, on the money. On the money. She's so quick about it. Thank you. If you want to go ahead and support me, you can check out my Vela down below. First 3 episodes are up. More episodes come in August. And new content to my channel will be here in August as well. So please go ahead and subscribe so you can be the first people to see it. Hello, friends from my bed with a heating pad, eating Nutella like there's no tomorrow, and wrapped like a burrito as if it's gold. I'm sorry I'm not there with y'all. We are sorry that you're not here, but we hope you are feeling better, baby.
Is it wrong that now I want a burrito?
Is it wrong that now I want Nutella?
Well, Tiffany and I went burrito immediately.
Right. I literally almost looked down and was like, how much would it cost to have Qdoba deliver?
Hi, Victoria. Good to see you. I wonder where I can find some Nutella brownies. I don't think my husband can make them. I don't think he's that skilled, but I'm pretty sure if I sent him for Nutella, I could have Nutella brownies by midnight.
I don't think they're hard to make.
They're not. They're 3 ingredients. It's just egg, Nutella, and a little bit of flour. They're super easy to make. I just don't trust him. He's a perfectly adequate cook. It'd just take him till 1 a.m. and it would only take me till midnight, these sprints included. So
I don't know. I've only made regular brownies, but my regular brownies are amazing.
Look, y'all could be burrito twins if y'all both ordered burritos. Let's go ahead and dive in today. We're going to keep it nice and simple. Oh my God. I don't think I should talk too much. How do you take your coffee or tea?
Are you seeing JC's comment? Oh, she's so funny.
I love her so much.
That's dedication. Mainline.
I'm here for your success, whatever form that may take.
I am a tea snob, so it depends on what type of tea I'm drinking, because I have a whole tea bar.
Wow.
Yeah.
She said I'm a snob.
Oh, I am. Full on tea snob. So it depends on, like, if it's like loose leaf Earl Grey tea, then a lot of times I do a London fog with like a little bit of foamed milk and a shot of vanilla, with a little cinnamon sprinkled on top. If it's just a regular black tea, maybe a little bit of milk, and then if it's a fruity tea or like a rooibos, then normally it's just straight.
I'm not big on Earl Grey because I'm not like a big tea girl in general, honestly. But one tea latte that I always loved was a London fog, but I would add in lavender syrup.
See, I don't have lavender syrup, so
it's so good.
That's the problem.
It's so good. That does make me feel like a bougie bitch when I have it.
It gotta be something, you know what I mean?
What about you, Jenna?
I like black coffee or lattes or cappuccinos. And it depends on the tea. I'm with Tiffany. Sometimes I have it plain, and other times the occasion calls for cream or lemon, but I almost never sweeten my tea.
Wow.
See, I'm a big sweetener.
Like, keep your damn sugar out of my cup.
She likes it bitter.
Yeah, I'm almost like my family with their coffee, where, what does my cousin say? I like a little coffee in my sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I drink coffee, and I've quit coffee, so I don't drink it anymore. I'm being a good girl and watching the inflammation in my gut. So no more caffeine for me. But I usually have a mocha, or like a but not like a dark mocha, like a medium mocha. The closer it tastes to hot chocolate, the happier I am. And then for tea, it's anything herbal. And I always sweeten it with honey, but just honey, like no fancy like cream or lemon or anything like that. Just straight, as close to local honey as possible. usually. Espresso with milk. I know a lot of people who do espresso with milk. It's become popular. Love peppermint tea and make myself the occasional London fog. I don't like coffee at all. Peppermint tea is probably the exception to my herbal teas. Like, I'll do peppermint tea, but I don't do a lot of other green teas or black teas. Mostly black tea with brown sugar. I don't use milk. My fave one is Breakfast in Paris by Stash.
I've heard of brown sugar. I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard good things about brown sugar with it, with tea.
Well, I mean, brown sugar is just sugar and molasses, so. Mostly coffee with a little bit of hazelnut creamer. Tea I drink with a little sugar, a little honey, and lemon. I take my coffee with a bit of sweetener and no cream. Has to be iced or no-go. You did strike me as an iced coffee person. And he's also a snob. I have different teas for different occasions and have loose leaf, right? No surprise that Jenna drinks black coffee. No one was surprised. I was surprised by the occasional cappuccino that you said. Victoria also likes a good hot chai latte, hot or iced. Chai tea or Earl Grey tea, chamomile, if I want to relax. Hi, Eva. Welcome in.
I think I may be the only person that chamomile makes me nauseous.
You're not the only person.
To be soothing, and it makes me nauseous each and every time.
There's someone in my massage class, the smell of chamomile makes him nauseous.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder what.
Oh, go ahead.
What is there a polyphenol or compound that is something you're allergic to?
I have no idea.
That's so
for him. It's trauma.
Oh,
I don't think it's a trauma.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it took a while for peppermint tea not to bother me too. Like,
wow, because peppermint tea is known for opening air passageways,
but peppermint used to bother me as well until I actually started growing my own peppermint leaves and then brewing them.
Huh.
So I used to work at a Teavana. And so I know more about tea than I ever wanted to. And I wish I could forget most of the information. But one of the thing about, whether a tea is black tea, green tea, white tea, it's all the same tea. It's just how it's processed, roasted. So maybe it's the toasting of the tea leaves or herbals because if you could have plain peppermint from the garden that hasn't been processed, maybe that's the thing.
It could be. I'm still mad at Starbucks for closing all the Teavanas.
Hi, Comet. Hi, Haley. Yeah, I'm a little irritated with Starbucks over that. I worked during that transition at Starbucks, and oh my God, people were so mad. They were furious.
Well, I've never understood why a place that sells coffee in bags that you can buy in both the grocery store and their local stores took over a tea place and then never bagged the loose leaf tea. I'd have bought
it as competition.
But how would it be competition? I know what I'm saying.
We don't have to finish sentences today. It's okay.
You're just so indignant. You cannot finish the sentence.
I would love to try a good maple herbal tea. I've never had it before.
I don't like maple.
But you want to try brown sugar.
I like brown sugar. I just don't like straight maple.
Oh, so it's not the molasses, it's the maple syrup. Okay.
Yeah, if my father went to, and I didn't I always knew that I didn't like certain syrups, but I never really thought about it was maple or anything like that. I just figured, I don't like this brand, or I just grew up with this one. And then my father went to Virginia and brought home full straight maple syrup. And I put it on something and I was like, oh no, oh, that's what it is. And so now I'm very cognizant of that. I could get out, but competing was hard. Okay. Of what the maple level in my syrups is.
I remember my first time having actual maple syrup, and I didn't know it was sweeter than normal syrup. I had no idea because I'd had cheap syrup all my life up until this point. But it was third grade. It was third grade, and I had had a sleepover at my rich friend's house. She was the only rich kid in the school. And by rich, I mean she was of moderate income, which was rich for my area. And she knew the violin, so that made her fancy. Right? She had violin lessons. That made her very fancy. And I went over to her house and we slept over. And the next morning, her family made pancakes, and I put the normal amount of syrup, which is smothering my pancakes. Right? And I made them so sweet, it made me sick to eat. But it was so ingrained in me that you don't waste food that even though that family was like, you don't have to finish it, baby. It's okay. Like, we know you didn't know. I ate every bite. And then I went home and I threw up. It made me so
you might have well just had blackstrap molasses on there. Gee,
it was a lot. It was a lot. I learned my lesson at third grade. And now whenever I try a new food, I try the new food.
Yeah.
Eva used to have a sweet mocha latte from time to time, but not in ages. Occasionally drinks hot tea, decaf, and sweet. Drinking sweet decaf iced tea too. Oh, boba tea. Boba tea is good.
I don't like the little ball things.
You can get it without the ball things, so technically it isn't boba after that. Technically it's just milk tea. Yeah. I only drink coffee when I'm desperate to stay awake. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Yes, that's how much I don't like coffee. Wow. Yeah. I love that Haley comment. The whole crew is here. Just really dislike hazelnut coffees and teas. The aroma smells like cat urine to me. Yikes. Her husband enjoys it, though. Do you kiss him after? I wouldn't. That's so odd because lavender gives me a headache and the smell is so off-putting. Yeah, so the guy who has the trauma with the chamomile, it's for lavender, chamomile, and bergamot. Those three things. The combination of any of them or any individual of them, like it breaks him breakout in hives. Like he can't do it.
Wow.
I had to switch my massage medium when working on him.
To get rid of headaches. I put lavender in my diffuser to get rid of headaches. That's so funny that it causes one.
Yeah, it's just poor guy. He had one bad experience. Yeah. I feel like people who like Tivana love Tivana.
Yeah, it was not uncommon for people to go in and spend $1,000 on tea.
I never spent that much. I think I spent about 50.
That's still,
and
it's tea.
I'm looking for raspberry lemon mata that competes. I have yet to find one.
Yeah, honestly, Eva, caffeine addiction is a thing. We should do a poll.
Coffee, tea, or vodka.
There we go.
If you don't like either one, you don't have to be left out.
I love that vodka got in there. What if it's more tequila as your girl?
Oh, any in a storm. I mean, any non-coffee.
Call us up, babes. Take your votes. Here we go. Yes, she does cause left. Coffee me 1,000%. Not 100, 1,000%.
We know how Claude's going to vote.
I spray air freshener under the hazelnut coffees. Oh, that's brutal.
That's a significant aversion.
You know, honestly, I wouldn't be mad at more Starbucks. I would be mad at more Starbucks if they didn't raise their pay and they kept their prices higher. Keep hiking the prices. It's awful. Pay their workers. Unionize. And that's my rant of the day. Every time I walk into the dining room, I'm like, did our cat pee on the floor? And every time he's like, it's coffee. Oh, God.
Oh.
And it's a
Yeah.
strong mead. Mm-hmm. Tea is better. The way she just said tea is better and then left it.
What else
No
needs to be said?
discretion.
Yeah, my only issue is that they do cost too much. They cost too much and the money doesn't go to their workers. Tivana was fun. We went twice. Second time they were closing. We probably spent $200. What the
This is the thing.
Mhm.
Yes.
Excuse
Yeah.
my language. I do want to be monetized. What in God's name?
Yeah.
$100 on tea? I don't drink tea that often.
I would say again, being the tea snob that I am, I maybe in a
Yeah.
year I might spend about $300 on tea.
Mhm. And
Wow.
sometimes they would spend money on like the cast iron teapots that sort of
Mm-hmm.
cure over time, and those were an investment item. But some people would just drop that much on the tea itself, and it didn't even have cannabis in it, Eva. That was the odd thing.
Oh, there we go. I forgot to turn my light on. Hi, friends. This is my actual face, by the way. Cannabis drinks, maybe. THC always left caffeine out. I'm not bitter. Hot tea, hot tea. But Gwenna, they pay for employees to go to college and they pay for a lot of other things for their employees. I'm not knocking their benefits. I'm saying they can do all of that and pay a living wage. You should see their CEO's money. They got the money for it. They're good.
Oh, yeah.
This. Yeah, this.
Yep. I've talked to a lot of staff who said they don't mind paying them less because they pay their way through school and help them start a business and other things. I mean, yeah, I get that, but you could do all of that and pay your workers. And I hold other companies to the same standard.
Mm-hmm.
Very same standard. Folks drop $5 for a single coffee. That Tivana lasted a long time.
It
You're
really
right.
does.
I do probably spend upwards of $300 a year on my Starbucks. So I really can't. Cannabis, ew. I mean, if it's like just a couple drops, you know, take the edge off. How's our poll doing? Tea is winning by 56%. Holy smokes.
I did a poll during my read along
Uh-huh.
of Discord versus Facebook groups. Why did I click out of the chat box before I looked at the results? And now I can't find it.
Oh no.
Oh, no. So tea won at 55%, coffee 1/3, vodka 11. I think that would change up just a little bit because I would vote vodka. But, you know, I know exactly how much college is. I'm still paying that debt off. I worked for Starbucks to go to college, and they can do more. Absolutely, they can do more. I assure you, babe. Sometimes it's not delicious. That's true. Plus, you know, with the way they source their coffee beans being as unethical as it is half the time, there's room for improvement.
Look at my tea. Doesn't it taste good?
And that's on the tea for the day. But the effects are more pleasant than caffeine, so of course.
But potatoes are usually harvested quite humanely.
Coffee all the way, cream and sugar. Oh, Jess, you just missed the poll.
Jess left a great post
Yeah.
dedicated to both me and you, Gwenna, and Barrett and JC. But JC isn't on Instagram, and I think she spelled your name wrong. And
Everyone
she
spells her
only
name wrong.
tagged Barrett and not Barrett Lori. So I'm not positive if anybody but me saw out of the four of us. And I felt so bad because I couldn't figure out how to send it to all of you.
Oh no.
So maybe during the break, if my throat feels better, like after we do the sprint, I can go ahead and read it because it's just the sweetest little thing.
And two, I know how to send it to Barrett and Gwenna, so I can do that for you.
Oh, okay, cool.
I would love to.
I was just like, I don't know if they're even gonna see this.
Yeah. It really was. You're gonna get a little sniffly, Gwenna, as tenderhearted as you are.
Good. I need something to help clear me out.
Yeah.
My understanding is that they do the college thing because it's a tax write-off. Yes, it is. And paying employees more isn't. That's true. Could be wrong, though. Yep. That's quite true. I know she... Don't call me out like that.
No, I think she was talking about JC.
Oh, me too.
Oh, I didn't know you hated Instagram. I thought that was just JC.
I'm not big on any socials. I genuinely, if I could be a content creator without social media, I would, but that's not possible. But so we're here. And
I'm both laughing at you and JC's comment below you. Because she
here
was
we
like, I
go.
mean, you can still read it, Tiff, because I don't have Instagram.
I love it. With that, let's go ahead and hop into our first sprint because I need to go drain this bad thing out. We're probably going to do at least 3 sprints tonight, if that's okay with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Cool shit. Let's do it. Let's pop right in. Bada bing, bada bizzle. Ring a ring a ring a ring. Welcome back, friends. Hello. How did you guys do that sprint?
I'm still writing out of my ankle, which is my nice way of saying my butt. But I think I got somewhere, oh darn, like around 200 or 300 words. Yeah, like 250. I have no idea what's happening. So hopefully it'll all figure itself out. Right now, I did get into the grandmother's power because where the other people have to say something, Graham just looked at the dude and he moved out of her way. That was pretty cool. But mostly, I made some amazing lemon ginger tea after that whole conversation and the throat thing. And this is just it's love and warmth and sore throat healing in a cup.
Yay. I love that for you.
When you said, I don't know what's happening, I just thought you meant in general, not in your story. And I was like, well, honey, me too. And like,
Yeah, I generally don't know what's happening in reality either, but I really don't know what's happening in my story. I have no idea what those people are doing.
That's what I meant first, mentally. So I'm glad that it was about your story that you have this much confusion and not life.
No clue what they're doing.
I got some CP work done and I had a whole conversation with my husband about dinner.
What did you decide?
We are gonna do our favorite mixed Asian place, and I'm getting drunken noodles.
Hey.
I know. What was that?
So not a burrito.
Not a burrito. Not a burrito. He's not big on Mexican food or Tex-Mex food because he's Mexican, and I don't quite get that because I know plenty of Mexicans who love Tex-Mex. He can't get over it in his head. He's like, it's not as good as my mom's. And I'm like, okay. It never will be, but okay, babe.
Yeah.
Jenna,
okay.
how do
My
you
father
do?
tells me I'm a great cook, and yet every time I make something, it's not how his great aunt would make it.
Yep.
Like, tell me her name one more time.
The knife every time.
Woohoo!
I can't remember what I made the other day, and he goes, TD didn't do it like that. And I was like, you know what? TD has been gone since I was like 6. I think at some point we're going to have to let that go.
This is what I'm saying.
There's a few times I've actually kicked him out of the kitchen because I'm like, if you tell me about her one more time.
I'd kick him out of the kitchen every day. You don't get in my kitchen until you compliment me.
He told me the tuna wasn't how she made it. And I was like, it's a can of tuna and some mayonnaise.
I must tell you, I'm with Gwen on this. It is harder to get into my kitchen than it is to get into my bed. I am very strict about certain things.
Half the time I don't let my husband in my kitchen.
Out you go. They always stand in front of the drawer you need to get in anyhow.
And like, what are they going to do? Help me? You can't even peel potatoes fast enough. Get out of my way.
Yeah.
It's a true statement.
Yeah, and it's, well, I'm keeping you company. Well, but could you sit someplace else?
Can you sit in the dining room and we'll loudly talk?
Yes, this is fine. My dad and his wife just remodeled their kitchen so that he could have like a timeout section where he would not be in the way.
I love that.
I love that.
Yeah. She was like, I am remodeling this entire damn kitchen with your money because you cannot keep out of the kitchen when I'm cooking in it. And so it looks great. And he doesn't get in her way anymore. So I don't have to hear about it any longer.
JC wants to know if that's all you put in your tuna.
No, I mean, it's tuna salad. I put, mayonnaise, pickle relish, eggs, tuna. I don't do onions. I know some people do onions.
I do celery.
Celery. I put celery in my chicken salad.
Okay.
I never thought to put celery in my tuna salad. Might make me actually like it better.
Yes.
Nick, I feel that.
I love that turd has a timeout spot in the kitchen.
Yes.
I think there should be like a little plaque over that area that says Turd's timeout
But
spot.
see, it
Learned that that's her
depends.
nickname.
Because my father will sit, like there's like a little small mini adjacent bar to our kitchen. It amazes me. My father, who doesn't drink, has a house with 2 bars. But he will sit in this little corner, but it still feels like he's watching everything that I do, like just waiting to say something. So those are the times that I'm like, you gotta go.
Get
Yeah.
out.
Or he'll turn on like a TV show while I'm in there, or like with my music playing and I'm in my own zone, or my podcast going, and I'm like, no, you gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah.
The turd timeout.
Yes. I think you should.
Oh,
I think you should. Yeah. And JC was wondering, I sent the post to Gwenna and Barrett, but it looks like
Oh.
Jess already adjusted it. So maybe I didn't need to do that, but I did it just in case.
Awesome. I'll go
okay.
take a look at it on the next sprint.
Well, I do have it up because she did. Oh, whoops, that's totally different. She commented on a lot. I lost her.
I do want to say, JC, I don't come up with new words for every stream. I promise it's not me coming up with them. This is how I actually talk. So we're just getting through the barriers.
Now that we're part
So
of
you
the
see
Famila
more-
Jamila, we hear more of the bottom whistle.
You know,
she's a special one.
you learned I'm Hungarian. Soon you'll
Yeah.
get a Shazam in there every now and then. Like I'm a little weird, and we're gonna get around to it.
Okay, here we go.
Give us 1 second. Eva was watching True Crime. Claude, congrats on your 280 words.
Nice.
Nice. Good luck on your brainstorming. Love that you were listening to Tiff's read along. Please do that at least 3 times so she gets the watch time.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that, but yes. You can mute me after the first time. I know my voice is annoying.
Congrats on finishing that section. Your voice is not annoying.
You know, it's one of those things like when you hear it yourself, you hear all this stuff.
Yeah.
But I've had other people tell me my voice is really great, but I'm like, is it?
I think it's a red flag when someone enjoys the sound of their own voice. So I think you've passed a little bit of a hurdle there, saying that you don't care for the way that you sound. It doesn't bother anybody else, just you.
Jess wants you to know it's okay, Tiff, because her main character sat in a chair for a long time. She figured out what his next move was going to be.
I like it.
Yes. There we go.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Aww. Shucks. Appreciate you. You're a sweetheart.
Oh, gosh.
I love it. Don't make me cry. All right, Tiff, now I'm ready. Give me the love. I need it.
Okay. Let me try to straighten that voice out. And then I had to cough.
Oh, no.
I just wanted to take a moment to thank everyone who has joined and followed me here on my platform. I love getting to know everyone and seeing what you are sharing. Just this week, I have had some amazing highlights with some new friends. I feel so blessed to have been able to meet these people virtually, one day maybe in person. But these people have no idea how special their support is to my heart, particularly to my author journey. I sense amazing connections only just beginning to bloom. Barrett Laurie, thank you for being my friend. Oh, that is new. Golden Girls theme. Are you amazing? JC, you are amazing. JC, even though you don't have Instagram, maybe you will get the message. You are such an inspiration. I love your vlogs and seeing your journey. Me, you are so smart and I admire you already. I have heard a little of your work, which was absolutely amazing. I look forward to getting to know you better. Gwenna, You seem so sweet, and I think you and I will be friends for a long time to come. To everyone else in the writing community as well, thank you for the encouragement, advice, and love you have given me. I want you all. I want to tag. I want you all tagged to know that I am here to support your journey any way I can, personally or professionally. I also want you to know and see the impact your kindness has made on me. It's huge. I will be in that Arthur Tube sandbox anytime I can. I'm grateful and so appreciative to have you all as part of my tribe. I have already enjoyed getting to chat and know you all better. You have brought light to my life. Keep up the great work, and now get off Instagram and go write some words. LOL. To anyone else wondering if they can make their Arthur dreams come true, or any dream you hold inside your heart, find your hashtag tribe and don't be afraid to speak up. Put yourself out there. It's scary, trust me, but you can do it. A wise man once told me it doesn't or if you don't ask, the answer is always no. A wise woman tonight said, closed mouths don't get fed. Reaching your dreams is a journey of hard work filled with ups and downs. However, we don't have to walk the path to get there alone. Hashtag find your tribe. Hashtag and a bunch of other hashtags.
I love it, Jess. Damn it, Jess. You're so sweet. And look at that. Go follow her now. Aww. Yes, truly. Welcome to the sandbox. You are appreciated. We are happy to have you here. Truly, truly. I'm out of funny and lighthearted questions, but I don't feel like going deep today. I'm low on the vulnerability scale, apparently. How about you guys?
I have tea.
You have tea.
That, I think, sounds like an 8 for when I make tea. I know, JC. It's so
Isn't she the sweetest?
Yes.
Golly.
You know, one of the things that I love the most about JC, there's so many things that I adore about her, but I have never encountered any single individual who is as genuinely, authentically grateful and really takes in what they receive. And I bet she's spoiled rotten. If I had all the money in the world, I would just give it to her to watch her be happy about it.
I would
and then
too.
If you ask her, she'd be like, "No, I'm not."
She's
because she
modest.
doesn't take it as much as she should.
Yeah.
But when we say these things, JC, we honestly mean them, and we adore you.
Mm-hmm.
And we want you to adore you.
Yeah. And so I'm like, JC seems like a person who's a fun person to give things to.
Yes.
Like, that she's really going to enjoy it. She's going to appreciate it. She really doesn't take it for granted. She's one of those people that it's like, you just want to give her things to watch her be happy.
Exactly.
And it could be something small. Like you just like called and was like, "Hey, how are you doing? Let's talk." And she would be like, "Somebody called me."
You know?
You bring up an excellent point. It's not a material thing necessarily, that everything is so genuinely taken in and appreciated, and she's so appreciative of big things and little things and monetary things and non-material things. Yeah.
Yep. Because she gets excited whenever we show up in the backstage for her thing. She's like, "Oh my God, you guys are here."
JC was I streamed first with Margaret because it was just a pop-up, but JC was the first person to regularly invite me to stream. Like she's the first person where I was like, "Oh, I feel comfortable enough around you that I could be with you in this shared virtual space regularly," right? And she just has that welcomeness to her.
I was in the chat and she was just like, "You should come up here. I'll send you a link."
Right?
JC,
yes, she does.
I think of JC as kind of the mama bear of our little corner of author tube. Like Barrett is our fairy godfather and JC's mama bear.
She really is.
Mm-hmm.
She gets
And yet,
stubborn like a mom too.
You know what? And it's really funny because I was trying to think who would be like Big Sis, because Big Sis is always protective, you know?
Mhm.
And I'm like, I think all of us fall in that category, because I know Gwenna would cut a bitch for any of us. You know? And
Real
I may not
quick.
cut
That's the
somebody, but I will
skills.
barbecue them to hide the body.
And she's got the martial arts skills. She can kill you. She doesn't need weapons.
You know, and so I was like, but at the same time, Eva's never on screen, but I feel like Eva would go to the mat for someone, you know? And like, I'm just getting to know you, Jenna, but I feel like you too would knock somebody out. So, you know who wouldn't? Nia.
Nia's so cool. Nia would be like, guys, we don't have to fight. Guys, we don't have to fight. And she'd be the one calm voice.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, you're exactly right.
Nia would be, Nia's the middle child.
Who, Dad?
Nia would be like, you know, Hitler did a lot of bad things, but he was a good painter and his dogs liked him. So, you know,
we can't be the one to pull that trigger.
I feel like Des would be the middle person. Like, she may hurt you, but at the same time, she also might be like, guys, let's calm down just a
She can find something good to say about anybody. And you have to be a good person to do that. And Nia definitely is a good person.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, JC, because she gets so stubborn.
No, wait, hold on. Did you see Eva's comment? 708. I'd open the email and hold your earring.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
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 She'd just be standing there with her hand up.
I got you.
You'd hear that click, 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 click.
She's like, write it. Just write it.
Max power. I'd edit your email too. Aww.
That's what we really need, an editor for our arguments.
I'll be honest. Sometimes I got to sleep on an email before I send it.
Yeah.
And I feel like Nick would be the one at home, like, just waiting for us to come back. So he'd be like, I got your hugs.
I also feel that he would have like an ice cream sundae bar set up.
Right. Like,
just
he'd be like, what do you need?
There would be tea, there would be ice cream. Mm-hmm. He would just be like,
maybe a hot meal
on my couch. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Aw, we love you too. Editing argument emails is fun. Yeah. Emails are evidence.
I enjoy one of my favorite challenges as a writer is writing a professionally rude email.
Oh, I love it. I thrive in it.
I
send it to her.
Boy, howdy, yeah. That's love
her whole
goal. Yes, I am. To respectfully disrespect you as politely as possible.
One time some customers. Oh, I'm sorry, Gwenna.
And I was just gonna say, I know how to say "eat my ass" in corporate lingo in 5 different ways. Man, I'm good.
Yeah,
you were saying
one of my favorite emails that I've ever written was a customer had this, you know, fantastical story about how they tried to pay, but they couldn't get through our phone lines. And so they just, that it was our fault that they couldn't pay us. And I wrote back, I was like, well, you know, I'm so sorry that you had difficulty with our telephone system, but you know, we at this company maintain a very cordial relationship with the United States Postal Service, who would be delighted to mail us your check in the amount of to the address at And I was like, yes, did you know that we have this entire like federal mail service that you can use also? Because if you didn't, I'll educate you.
I love it. I think one of my strengths, at least according to my father and one of my best friends in college, is yelling at people without them knowing that I'm yelling at them.
Yeah.
I'm not good at that. They know when I'm angry.
Oh, you generally know when I'm angry, but it's like, I don't know. Like she would be like, "I've never had anybody curse me out without cursing. I don't know how you did that."
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a gift.
I have learned to watch out for the customers who get progressively quieter and more formal in their speech the further we go. Those are the ones that I'm like, ooh, this might be a problem. But the ones who are sort of hollering and swearing, I'm like, oh. But the ones who get like very quiet and extremely rational, those are terrifying.
Yeah. Anybody in my family will tell you, if we're in an argument and I stop talking, be afraid and then run.
Hi, Nia.
Nia, we were just talking about how wonderful we think you are.
Yes.
How you are our good angel on our left shoulder. You're the angel on everyone's shoulder here, as opposed to myself and a few other members of this community who are definitely holding pitchforks and screaming, "Fight, fight, fight, fight."
Oh, Nick, I'm not rational. If I get angry enough to be quiet, it's because I'm plotting your demise. There's no rational about it.
See, that's not me, man. You would think because of how quick I am to send an email that I am also like I'm really good and level-headed when I'm angry, but I'm not. I'm genuinely not. I have a flash temper. I'll send you the most polite telling off in corporate lingo you've ever heard, and I will forget it by the next day.
Yeah.
Entirely forget it by the next day.
No, if I get quiet, I'm secretly plotting. I'm like, oh God, let's see. What can I do?
My brother's in the Secret Service, and anytime I like kind of space out in an argument, I just think, one text message and I could have you taken out and make it look like an accident. And so you were just here blathering on out of the goodness of my own heart.
Yep.
One phone call, buddy.
I want to give a brief shout out to one Mr. Roro Surrey, who I believe is creeping on this live because he just subbed to me on YouTube. So thank you so much, sweetheart. No dark thoughts tonight. Love that.
I had a boss one time.
I know what that means. Sometimes the aura changes.
Yeah.
I spoke over you.
Oh, no. I would say I had a boss one time. And I asked her a question, and I don't remember fully her response, but I do remember she kind of bit my head off with it, and I didn't say anything. I just stood there, and before like she even put down the purse that she was holding, she had started apologizing to me.
Nice.
Good.
Like I asked her a question, she said whatever she was, and I just stood there and looked at her, and she like, oh, I'm so sorry. That was really rude of me. I apologize. Like, what can let me help you. What was, and I was like, no, that's okay. I don't need your help. She's like, no, I'm sorry. That I didn't mean to. I was like, are you sure?
You see, here's the thing. Like, I've been that person, though, where I'll say something so accidentally condescending and rude that when I see the look on someone's face and I'm like, oh, that's an angry look. Oh, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, that was condescending. Oh, no. I've been rude. Right? And I've been that person processing through all that. So usually what I told my employees is sometimes I just need them to look me in the eye and say, Gwenna, you're being a bitch right now. Go into your office and leave me alone. Right? And they just...
I tell people that.
And like, honestly, they, for the first 3 to 4 months, they're like, oh no, Gwenna, it's okay, right? Like, I can tell you're just in a bad mood. Round 5, 6 months in, something usually clicks in their head and they're like, Gwenna, go away. What do you mean? Leave me alone before I cuss you out. And I'm like, that's great. That's fair and valid. I'm going to go into my office now and shut the door.
I had an employee one time when I was working retail, and it was the best thing because I'm hypoglycemic, and she had a little voice that was kind of like this. It was all sweet and like fairy like, and so I was obsessed with these cookies around like at whatever this cookie place was in the mall, but I was trying my best not to eat as much sugar, and I don't remember. I was just like, please don't let me go get cookies. And she's just sitting there folding clothes. And she was in college. And she goes, did you know that being hypoglycemic can be used as a defense in murder trials? Because technically, it's like you're not really in your right mind when your blood sugar drops and blah, 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 blah. And she just goes into this whole dissertation. And I was like, really? And she goes, yeah. So if you need the cookie, eat the cookie.
She said, Tiffany, get a cookie, sit down, shut up, and be nice.
And that was pretty much all she had to say. I was like,
right.
okay, we're
Yeah.
good.
Hi, Bryn. Thank you. Welcome to our live.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point that sometimes silence makes people think. And so maybe Nick could speak to this more cogently than I can, but I know therapists do that a lot, is they'll just stare at you and people get uncomfortable with silence and they will fill it. And a lot of times they fill it with backpedaling. And sometimes you just want to say to people, like, if you're going to back up that fast, you need to make a beeping noise to warn the people behind you, you know? That you're just like, but silence sometimes is the most effective comeback. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't tell you the number of times I've had someone screaming at me on the phone, and I'll be like, you can lower your voice or I'll hang up the phone. And then they keep screaming, so I get quiet. And if they scream or they cuss any more than that, click.
Yeah.
Then they always call back and they're like, how dare you hang up on me? I said, I set my boundaries. You may not speak with me like that. Are you calm now? I won't blah, blah, blah. Beep. One more time. The third call, they calm down.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. And if you ask them to repeat themselves, a lot of times they'll have to rethink what they've just said. And then in my favorite technique with my mother with the screaming was to say something just moving my lips so that it would register to her how loud she was, that she couldn't hear me talking. I actually wasn't making any sound, but it made her have to say, like, what did you say? And it would just stop the momentum enough. So like asking someone to repeat themselves, being silent, pretending like they can't hear you speaking because they're being so loud. It's so freaking effective. And it's like, oh man, I didn't even have to think of an argument. They just started apologizing and finding solutions for themselves.
And that's the best way to provide customer service, when they fix their own problems.
Oh, yeah.
I know, right? I bet you do, Nia.
Done.
I love it so much.
I love like just being done with people when they're just being stupid.
Yeah.
Because like I don't have time in my world.
I'm not going to put energy into this nonsense. Like you yammer on. I'll just wait till you're done.
We're going to go into another sprint because it's about that time, and I do want to hit at least 3 sprints tonight. Love you guys. Let's roll out. Oh, Transformers, roll out. Boom.
You are going to kill JC.
Welcome back, friends. Tiffany, congratulations.
Well, it was a moment. It was I was writing. I was still in my head because I was like, this is not gonna end where I need it to end. And then all of a sudden I remember this random character that I have just floating around in the background. Who's like the minion of her mother slash also her father.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also remembered the magical governing committee that I brought up like forever ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what if it's not about the guy that makes everything go screwy? What if it's the fact that when the mentor tells her his uncle, then the governing body comes back just at the same time as the father steps in to take her away? And everything blows up.
Girl, you got so much drama in this novel.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I do. I don't know if it's going to work out, but I was able to outline at least an idea of how this could end, like from the beginning to, or from where I'm at to the ending of this story, and then possibly at least the first chapter of the next one.
Okay.
Still not positive how it would wrap up, considering that there needs to be 2 stories left. But maybe the last story, which would be a departure for me, is the last story is not where everything goes haywire and wonky and they have to, like kill somebody or burn them and set their ashes to the wind. Maybe it might be, where the couple comes together and realizes, she learns how to use her magic and they, find their way. I don't know. I've never written a happy ending.
Neither have I.
I mean, more than,
Jenna
like
knows all about happy endings. Maybe we should ask Jenna about the happy endings. She knows. That's her area of expertise.
Well, there will be sex, so maybe.
Congrats to Jess, who got 300 words and a chapter completed. Very nice. Nick, I'm insanely jealous about those cinnamon rolls. I didn't realize I was craving cinnamon rolls till I saw that. And now I'm thinking I'm going to make a midnight trip to Kroger.
I thought you were making Nutella brownies.
I might do both. Don't judge me. I don't need judge. We're on my stream.
No judgment. I just wanted to make sure we had the right sweet.
Jenna, how did you do?
I did pretty good. I did 159 words. I responded to Nick's comment on one of my videos, so technically it was more like 600 words, given my reply. And I took some pictures of my makeup before I wash it off so that I can commemorate my rainbow makeup before it all leaves in the next sprint.
There you go. I put a little bit of a face on today, but I decided I wasn't doing too much. The hair's up in a bun. We're just gonna, yeah. No one has to be fancy on my stream. That's not how we roll here. Congrats to JC who got dinner. And I know you say congrats when there are word counts, but I mean, dinner's an accomplishment.
Did you get your drunken noodles yet?
I haven't gotten them yet, but I can tell that my husband has purchased them and is on the way home because I gave him my card to buy it. Mm-hmm. Not because I wanted to pay for it, but because specifically I wanted to know when he was on his way home with my food.
Yeah, I get that.
He's not going to watch this, so it's fine. He doesn't know I'm stalking him. It's all right. Yes, rainbow makeup is always a yes.
Yeah, just posted it to the old Grahamtown.
I wrote an email myself, and I know you're thinking, hey, Gwenna, don't be so petty and aggressive. But it wasn't a petty or aggressive email. All right. It was a kind and loving and nurturing email. My brother asked for some advice on some stuff, but it was too long to send via text. So I wrote an email instead.
Nice.
Yes. So I helped out my little brother. And I think, and I'm eating ribs tomorrow.
So
Y'all help me meal
basically,
plan.
this stream is just planning out your dinners and
That's what
desserts
it is.
for the week.
That is exactly what it is.
Nice.
I think we all agree with that. Yum. I have nothing but CP work for the rest of the night and my homework that I will inevitably procrastinate till the end of the night. But I want to do my CP work first. So,
Wait a
Tiff,
minute, is it mine?
no, I finished yours. Yours is done.
Oh, okay, because I was like, I give you permission to do your schoolwork first.
No, it's for another author tuber for our next sprint, and then if we end up doing more than that, I'm probably going to end up doing my my in-person critique group, which meets this Thursday. So I'll be missing your live stream. Sorry, Tiff. I know. Every other Thursday. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have
the
to
last
make.
s'mores and scribbles of the month.
I'll be in the chat.
Oh, what?
I'll have you up on my laptop in the background on a muted tab. Give you the watch hours. I'm sorry.
We'll take the watch hours.
Mm.
I mean, I have s'mores planned.
Oh no!
I mean, I can't give them to everyone through the computer, but I have s'mores.
I love it so much, and I am very sad. But my work is getting critiqued this time, so I have to make my face an appearance. They lifted the thing where previous rules was you only can submit every other meeting. But we've had so few people in the meetings recently, I guess because the pandemic numbers and all that jazz. Now they've lifted the cap on submissions and submission frequency. So I will be submitting to every bit.
Nice.
Because apparently it's the only way I can force someone to read my novel. Through and through. Gotta love it.
I'll read.
Hi, what?
I'll read.
You'll read?
Yeah, if you
If
want.
you want to CP my novel, Tiff CP's my Bella, and that's enough.
Oh, because that's why I was like, aren't I already CP?
No, you CP my Bella, but if you wanted to CP my novel, Jenna, I would be deeply grateful. I need it. Tiff is like, then you just gonna mute me?
She would, JC. I feel like she would.
Real quick.
I'd just be talking and you guys would hear nothing. Yeah.
Don't shade me like that. I know it's true. I am that petty, but I don't know. Aww. Are you okay with graphic depictions of non-sexual violence? I have to specify.
That's not what's in the Kindle Vella.
It's not. It's not in the Vella. It's not in the Vella. This is an Arthurian retelling. It is.
Like, wait a minute.
Graphically violent. I mean, horribly violent. So, you know.
More
if
violent
that's
than my beheading?
Far. I know. Sorry, Tiff. Oh, look at that. She says yes. I will email you guys that on the next sprint. Oh, they're so sweet.
Bring it.
Shucks. I feel so loved.
Morgan's fun. I just went through her edits. If you guys need an editor, hire Morgan. She's amazing. And she's not like when you see Peak it feels like we're having a conversation just in words.
I'm very informal.
It's very much like you'll just be reading something and then on the side it'll be like, oh no, he didn't. How dare he? Like random stream of consciousness. Morgan is more like questioning stuff. She's like, I don't understand what's happening here. I don't feel this. what exactly were we trying to say? This makes it like she just sent me something that stopped me dead in my tracks because I have a scene where somebody tore up a mattress, and then all of a sudden she messaged me and she goes, "Hey, if they tore up the mattress, how's the sheet on the bed?" And I went, "Oh crap."
Great catch, Morgan.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's more like you're more stream of consciousness. Morgan is questions like what's happening.
I'm very stream of consciousness, but like when I get offended about something and I have a question, I like write a detailed question. You know, like
Oh,
you
so
get
did
my.
she. It was like 3 paragraphs of a question.
Oh, good. I'm
It
so
started off with
excited.
like a really small, like, what's happening here? I don't understand. Then it went into, I don't feel it. Like, I don't buy this. This is this. Maybe this. And then it went into like, here's suggestions. Like, maybe it's this. Maybe it's that.
I like that.
So yeah, no, it was like 3 paragraphs worth of conversation of questions. But yeah.
I do just want to say, Nick, once again, I'm grateful that you even tried to read when you had so much on your plate. Please take time for your school and for yourself. You need it, baby. You need it. I am not your priority. You should always be your own priority. Jenna, you didn't tell us did you tell us what you were working on?
I mentioned it last night. So this is the final foam wave orgy scene of the third book. So it's sort of the crescendo. Yeah.
It was the fact that Tiffany didn't know that.
I'm sorry.
What is it?
I only saw like the end of the stream last night, so I didn't.
You missed some good stuff. We had a time yesterday. We pushed boundaries we didn't know we had yesterday.
I had you guys up because I was, like I said, I was on the Arthur Troopers with Nia, so I had you up. So every once in a while, I would see like the comments that were coming up. So I know there's some. I feel like there's a story that Jenna told that cracked everybody up. Everybody was shocked by Laura's IMDb page.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I had a good time for that.
There was something else I don't remember because I remember there were things that I was like, I gotta go back and watch the stream. And then by the time we were done, you guys were in the middle, you were in the second to last sprint. And
Yeah,
then
we
I
were
came
late
in
last night.
just when we just said her name. She wrote the wonderful little notice to us on Instagram, and I can't remember.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She was saying that she was looking for someone who could CP.
Yeah.
And JC and I were offering to help her, and then you guys were suggesting Savion. And then by the time you got into the third sprint, or the last sprint, I was cooking. And so it was very sporadic. But you did get all of my watch hours.
You missed a life-changing experience of me recognizing that my palate has been forever changed by
wait a minute, was that the peanut butter and the pickles?
The peanut butter and the pickles.
I do remember someone saying something about that.
It started early and then kept going.
Yeah. I made that same face, Tiff. I made that same face.
Esther was talking about Nutella, and I got to thinking, Nutella and pickles?
I'm not sure how I feel about chocolate-covered pickles, but you know.
I
mean, now that I've tried the peanut butter, I'm open. What was that, Tiff?
I don't think I'm a big enough fan of pickles that even if you combined it with anything, I would be.
I'm not a huge fan of pickles. The only pickles I like are spicy pickles.
No, I mean, like, I can count on one hand how many times I've had pickles in the last 5 years. Because I'm not I get a taste for pickles, and then I will eat like a jar of pickles, and then I'm good for like 3 years.
Okay.
Morgan, you gotta try it. It was life-changing. I have no idea. Like, Christina, who was new to our stream, like, oh my gosh. I was like, this is a contribution to the community if I've ever seen one. We do like hurting our characters. Aw, you're a sweetheart, Nick. I'm always trying to figure out who's going to die because someone is definitely going to die. It really just a matter of how many characters I'm going to kill.
It's always the quiet, sweet ones that are
I
the most
will,
homicidal in their writing.
JC, I'll give you guys this warning for Jenna and Morgan. All of my character deaths in the book are loaded at the front and at the end.
Okay.
So I'll give you that warning. Just
Duly noted.
Tiff, what is that?
Because all I could think of is, you know how when they say when someone gets like food poisoning or really sick and they're like, it's coming out the front and the back. So that's all I was thinking. And so I was like, how would we kill people like that?
You can kill people like that. It's death by dehydration. It's
so
wonderful
I was
to
really trying
write.
to figure out what you're doing to them that makes it front and back. And I was like,
JC, I knocked it before I tried it, then I tried it, and I'm sold. I'm sorry.
I'm with JC because I like peanut butter and I love pickles, but I do not like the sweet and salty or sweet and sour combination.
I love sweet and sour combinations. I love sweet and salty combinations, and I love sweet and spicy combinations. And it was the overarching, the whole flesh of the palate. Man, it was an experience. It
I
was.
only like sweet and salty if it's popcorn. Like kettle corn. Type of
You are a picky eater. You might not like the pickles and the peanut butter. You are a picky eater.
Sugar doesn't
Yeah,
need
because I only really get a taste for peanut butter or for pickles like every 3 years.
Casey says I'm just not going to do that to myself.
Oh,
I love it.
A wise woman.
Let me see.
Again, because I don't know if you guys read it in the chat. When I was a kid, I did used to eat grapes with Cheez-It.
Yeah.
So
We read it.
I also eat Cheez-Its with peanut butter. Would that be this? I don't feel like that would be the same.
Sweet and salty.
Okay. But I don't like peanut butter and chocolate either, which would be a sweet and salty.
I don't care for peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah,
I don't like Reese's.
I could make myself try that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make you try it. I'm not gonna have you psych
I don't
yourself
even like
up.
fried pickles.
Fried pickles?
Wow.
I'm not a huge fan.
I'm offended.
It's the breading. It's the textural thing. Because the breading with the soggy in the center, like it just feels weird to me.
Can you guys hear the vacuuming going on above my head, or are we good?
No.
We're good.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. Glories of living in my in-laws' basement. I'm ready for another sprint. Are you guys ready for another sprint? Potentially the last one of the night, but depending on how we feel after, we might go for round 4. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiff, I
would
feel like
be
you
willing
would
to
be,
try making my own pickles.
you would be so good at this.
I've watched like someone with the pickling spices.
Listen, Jess, they put me through the ringer when I first joined AuthorTube. I can't count the number of times they brought me to tears with their food restrictions. On God, it broke my Southern heart. It really did. And I'm sorry, but overcoming.
And I can tell you the 2 things that did it, and they were all me: grits and fried tomatoes.
I need you to stop. I don't want to hear it again.
She was very angry.
What JC says, I can't hear it. Okay, I can't hear it. I can't bear it on my soul.
I did it.
I think she was referring to the vacuum, but I think she also can't hear your blasphemy. I
know.
So, I don't like chocolate, so I'm not on anybody's side about this.
Can I just tell you though? Now you guys have confused me because while I know I need to write because I only have 2 more days to get the story done, I want to either go pop kettle corn or I want to go make peanut butter with toast.
Peanut butter.
I feel like you're gonna have popcorn tomorrow watching Dez's stream. So why not peanut butter with toast today? A little bit of cinnamon sugar
on Dez's stream, so I probably would make popcorn for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's going to come back and tell us, you guys, I just invented a peanut butter and kettle corn sandwich, and it's awesome.
She would do that. She'll look at me thinking,
No. But I was thinking, I was like,
Yeah.
you sprinkled chocolate on popcorn. Could you make it work with peanut butter? What else would you want in there? Huh. Like that really was the thought that popped into my head.
JC wants a food channel on your on your channel.
Yes.
But what would it be though? I mean, I'm not opposed to that.
I mean, the things that you do cook with all those food restrictions, and also how to make delicious bread.
My kitchen is icky though, so I don't know if you guys would want to see my kitchen. I don't know if I'd want to show you.
Oh, Jess, it took me over a week to recover. It's okay, baby. Take your time. We'll be here when you get back. Okay, JC, our friendship is safe. JC's the one safe place.
JC's taking sides.
And because JC has now issued a challenge to me, our parting on this is going to be toodaloodles.
And Morgan, I am not putting pickles on the toast after I put the peanut butter.
Coward.
It's not gonna happen.
Toodaloodaloodles. Told you it was a challenge. I hope we got a couple good jumps in there. Let me see here. We are discussing Nick's weirdly still functional taste buds in the chat. And he did try the pickles and peanut butter. Weird is his verdict. Didn't hate it, didn't love it, but IDK if I would eat it again. Honestly, Nick, it was the spiciness of the spicy pickles with the sweetness of the peanut butter that really sold me. So give it a try. Haley, you and Jess can can have a coping group together. I'm sorry. I know peanut butter and chocolate. I hope your partner's okay, Nick. How did you guys do? I got halfway through my CP work. What about you guys?
I got another 120 words, and I was saved from myself because of the time and the fact that it's Sunday. So Morgan made me want fried pickles. So I was sniffing around on DoorDash to see if I could get some fried pickles from my favorite Nashville hot chicken place. And they stopped taking orders at 8:30 on Sundays. And I had just missed it. So I have been
so sorry.
I have been saved from myself. But I will break someone's arm if I don't get fried pickles tomorrow.
Break it in half like a clean break or like a multi-fracture?
No, I mean, I don't want to go too far. So, just a nice clean snap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it.
That's rather reserved for a hanger.
Yeah. I thought so. No need for excess violence.
Right? I love your restraint. You're so centered as a human being.
It's the yoga. And I know that I'll be living with, I know that I'll be living with the violence in your writing, so I might as well just,
Mr. Roaster, we are live on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays through the end of the month. And actually next week, Friday night, starting in my stream, ending Saturday night with my live stream, we are having a 24 to 10K, hoping to get 10K in a day. And Miss Tiffany will be co-hosting. Even Jenna will be there. So please feel free to join us again. Happy to have you, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Tiff, how did you do?
I too got about 100 and something words. And more importantly, I got my peanut butter and toast.
Good for you.
And I have to say, I learned two big things. One, that peanut butter and toast is so much better on fresh baked toast or fresh baked bread than store-bought bread. And two, that my toaster almost won't fit my bread that I baked.
Nice.
Wow.
So yet another excuse to get a new toaster. But considering one of the toasters,
air fryer.
Oh, I could have put it in the air fryer.
Oh, that's a
that
good
probably
idea.
would have been better because one of the toasters that I've been looking at, it's like $300. I just can't make myself do that.
For a toaster when you have an air fryer already?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even without the air fryer, I'm pretty positive I still couldn't make myself do that. So yeah.
That's what you get a pan for, and then you toast the bread on the pan.
Even in the oven. I think I would just do the oven.
Yeah, not worth it for $300.
No. But it is very pretty, and it has, like all these gadgets on the outside and LCD thing that you.
I do love gadgets.
And hit stuff. Looks very fancy.
Fancy schmancy.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats on your half-page edited, Haley. Great job. Great work. JC, I believe I'm actually going to switch to content making for August and then go back to streaming in September, content for October, streaming for NaNoWriMo in November, take a break in December and hit it back again in January. So that, I believe, is going to be the rest of my year plan.
You know she's not going to like that. That means she
I
doesn't
know.
do therapy on Fridays.
I'm sorry. I'm
Savion
sorry.
have a stream on Fridays?
Who?
Savion? Doesn't he have a Friday evening stream?
Mm-hmm.
I think Savion has enough of his own problems. I don't think he wants to deal with therapy as well.
Oh, well, I can take up the cross and I can do Fridays in August.
I would love that. And then anytime I'm free, I can hop in with you. There you go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But JC, I will still be on your Wednesdays though. So please don't think I'm giving that up. It's just my own streams that I believe I'll be taking a break from. No, I was planning on it, but honestly, it's looking more like I won't have the time, and I want to focus on getting good at something, right? I'm finally comfortable with streaming. I want to get comfortable with making and editing videos, and then I'll come right back. Tiffany, you have your hand raised.
I do, because I noticed how you pointed out to JC that you would be on her streams.
Oh, I'll be with you every other Thursday as usual.
You only put in JC.
But JC was the one complaining.
I'm just, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's every other Thursday with you as usual. I'm sorry. But don't be mad at me.
Some of us are gonna need therapy next week.
Oh, JC, I didn't mean it like that, baby. I meant you were the one whose emotions I had hurt, but apparently you were not the one whose feelings I had hurt. Apparently Tiffany was the one whose feelings I had hurt, and I'm quite sorry.
You also noticed that she said she'd be with JC every Wednesday. I did every other Thursday.
It's like we're in a custody battle over Gwenna, over who gets her on what day and when.
I feel like I'm a child caught in my parents' divorce again.
And Nick,
well, that's why we need therapy.
Nick,
love you guys.
There's room for everyone. We can play together, or sometimes you can play, I can play.
Look at there. Jess is signing up to take your place. Yay.
Yeah.
I'm a little hurt, but I'm proud of her for putting her name in the pot. I'm only hurt because you said take my place. I was fine with Jess just hopping in, but
every Thursday.
Jess is throwing down the gauntlet.
Oh, did you, JC?
I'm just gonna eat my noodles. I'm just gonna eat my noodles, and let's change the subject. Here we go. If you don't drink, what's your preferred drink?
So JC's
song now.
I'm taking off where's my email? She's just throwing stuff down.
I do love you guys. It does make me feel so loved.
Her spirit moves like halfway across the state, and then maybe all the way across the state. You only want me every other Thursday.
I'm sorry, Tiff.
I'm good.
Oh, Jess's favorite drink is Dr. Pepper.
Nice.
We know that yours is vodka, gin.
Yes, champagne, vodka, anything that is, fermented. Not, I think the only hard liquor that I have not tried is gin.
Oh, I
And
don't like
I have
the one liquor
smelled
I don't
it.
like.
Yeah, I've smelled it, and I don't see good things happening with that. Um, but yeah, anything else, send it my way.
I'm torn because my preferred drink is either an amaretto sour if I'm at a club, but a margarita if I'm at a restaurant. But I rarely drink either at this point, so I feel like it's tea.
The
Tea,
light
probably.
ones.
When I was regularly drinking red wine, a dry red, typically not California. I just don't like the taste of Californian wines as much as I like a good Oregon red or a Italian or a South American red. Water otherwise. And then if I had to choose, because I'm not doing caffeine, so I'm being a good girl. But if I had to choose not water and not alcohol, then probably an orange Fanta. Love me an orange Fanta.
Do you want a Fanta? Don't you? Don't you want a Fanta?
I want a Fanta. Yes, I
We're
do.
all going to be singing that for the rest of the night. You're going to get an email at 4 o'clock in the morning. Gwenna,
Letting me know that my
I am
content.
still singing the Fanta song.
Oh,
Do you want a Fanta? Don't you want a Fanta? There we go.
I'm having fun down here. Is JC trying to get Morgan to take your Friday?
She is. That is exactly what she's trying to do. Oh.
You're stuck
that
with
was
me
just
on
hilarious.
Fridays. Sorry.
Oh, she's already doing Mondays.
I know everyone's doing something now.
I love that, though.
Yeah, it's great.
I
love
thought about because we were talking about Twitch yesterday
Mhm.
on Arthur Tubers React, and I thought about maybe doing Twitch, but only during the day,
Mm-hmm.
like a lunchtime stream.
I think in September when I go back to streaming, I'm going to do one lunchtime stream a week on Twitch and at least one or two dinner time or night right streams here on YouTube is my original plan. Probably not productivity streaming on Twitch, probably gaming or something like that if I end up doing anything late night.
Yeah.
It's okay. We can implement a Gwenna's therapy segment on Wednesday nights. Thank you for volunteering my emotional labor.
I thought we already did that, though. I mean,
well, they do. I think on JC's we do more political content that her and Barrett can get really upset about.
we definitely do some hot topics on JC's.
I love JC's hot topics.
Me too.
I love going on my anti-capitalist rants. It's so good.
Zoom home from work so that I can get as much of JC's stream as I can.
Here's what we have in the AuthorTube community right now. We have JC as an outlet for my political rage. We have Tiffany as an outlet for my joy, right? Because on hers, I'm just constantly laughing. And then over here, we have
nervous. I was like, maybe I need a segment.
No, you have a style and a segment already. Oh, look at that. A pirate life for Int Hugger. We will still need Gwenna therapy.
If I did it, Nick, it would be like straight streams though. It would be different than what I do like on YouTube. Like it would be probably like for an hour to an hour and a half, and it would be maybe two streams, maybe 2 25s and like a 15.
Mm-hmm.
And like a real quick break in between.
JC, if you want to pay for StreamYard, go through Tiffany's affiliate link. But if you don't want to pay for StreamYard, I'll add you as a user on mine.
Oh, I sent her the thing.
The affiliate link?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're going to pay for it, pay for it. But if you don't want to pay for it, you're welcome to use mine since I will not be utilizing it as much. Oh, that's the plan.
Wait a minute. Did you use my link for yours?
Mm-hmm.
And you paid for it?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know if I got anything.
I
don't think it came up and said anything.
I'm gonna be a little upset with them. You should be getting money from me for that from them.
Well, now I feel like I gotta go log back into that thing.
Do it. Demand your money.
Is there like a delay? Like, Amazon waits like 45 days before it.
Oh, it could.
It could be
everything that you've earned.
Because it did tell me, I think last time I looked when I was pulling it up for JC that what was it? I had like 6 or 8 click-throughs, but it didn't show anybody like purchasing. So that's why I was like, huh. But maybe it was one of the click-throughs and it just hasn't shown up as a purchase yet.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully it does. I want you getting paid for it.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, I don't think it would probably be enough for them to send me any money right at the moment. But yeah.
Yeah, but I want you getting credit,
Yeah.
Like it's in the moral bit of it. It really is.
Well,
y'all, I did not think I would
be like Amazon. What's the thing like they keep saying with Amazon where if you don't have enough people using the affiliate link, they take it away? So I'd also hate for it to be like that. So yeah.
Exactly. I was hungrier than I thought I was. I told my husband not to get me the extras. And now I'm regretting it.
I would recommend peanut butter toast.
I might do that.
And for you, maybe a pickle.
Aww. You're so sweet. I'll do one question a night on your stream. That's it. No more. Just got.
Oh yeah, I don't think that they would do it right now. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna hide that. I'm gonna take that out. We don't repeat questions around here. What's that? I technically promised to let you guys off an hour ago. If you want to leave, you're absolutely welcome to. I'm feeling one more sprint because I think I can finish my CP work for the other author tuber during that sprint. But if not, you can call it a night. What are you guys feeling?
I can hang out a little bit longer. Yep.
I'm like 3,000 words away from where I need to be. I'm good.
One more sprint it is.
In all fairness, I'm not going to do that 3,000 tonight. Pack that in tomorrow morning. You are streaming in the morning, right, Morgan?
Oh no, your internet cuts off in 10 minutes? Baby, where are you? We need to send you internet? How do we do that? Is that possible?
Maybe she's at the library. Well, no, a library wouldn't be open this late, would they?
I don't know what her time zone is. It might be less late.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, if there's a way we can assist you, Haley, please let us know. I'm serious. Everyone deserves internet. That's a human right at this point. It's like water and food.
Yep.
Right to free and easy information. Don't die. Don't.
Okay. Speaking of streams, though, did you know that you didn't put you didn't put Nia's stream in for the 24 to 10K?
She has
You
just
put
sent it to me over on Instagram. That's on my to-do list.
okay, because I was
Yeah.
adding the playlist
Perfect.
to something that I was posting.
Thank you for reminding me. I will do that before I dive back in. Let's go back to Laura one more time. Ooh, nope, not that Laura, this Laura. All right, boom, there we are. Hi, friends and boyfriends.
Oh, bye, friend. Got it.
And welcome back, friends. Nick, you are modded, honey. Drop links for whatever you want, anytime you want. If y'all give me about 5 minutes, you can discuss whatever. I gotta finish this. I'm so close. I'm like 2 paragraphs away. Oh my goodness. Looks like Tiff is still working too.
Okay. Is it going to bother you if I ramble?
You absolutely may.
Okay. So in the comments, Nick is talking about batch writing, and well, we lost Tiffany. Batch writing, batch filming, maybe even. And I know that Esther does batch filming and batch posts for her Instagram. And she doesn't care that she's wearing the same clothes. She just does it. And she says it really makes a big difference to her to be able to schedule those posts and not feel like there's always something else to do. So I've actually been wanting to explore that. The thing for me that sort of stops the batch filming is uploading videos really slows down my internet. So I sort of have to time it properly so that I can still work online if I need to. But from what I understand, it makes an enormous difference being able to schedule your videos out and being able to schedule your posts out. And batch writing is something that, yeah, if you can swing it, I understand it really makes a huge difference.
When I tried to do my first 2 videos in a batch, I found I did a really good job taping both of them, or as good as you can for your first video, right? But the time it takes to edit them was a lot. So I think going forward, and that's why I really want to give just content creation an honest try when it comes to August, is to see where my strengths and my weaknesses are with that, so I can really better assess what I need to do in order to manage my time going forward.
I have figured out that I hate using the word binger because people always think of it either with television or alcohol. But I do better batching or writing in that sense, because when I first started, not the podcast that I have now, but a podcast before, my idea was that it was going to be kind of like a Netflix idea where, like they dropped the whole season and you could just binge it. And so I then had to record all the episodes. And I found that was actually easier for me than what I'm doing now, which is trying to like record every other week. Because then I get caught up in other stuff. I get caught up in thinking about like what else I've got to do. I start questioning. And even with like the ghostwriting, like I do better. I have tried my best to write, say, like 3,000 words every day, knowing that this deadline is coming. And somehow, when I park my butt in a seat for like 3 days and I'm like, I got to get 5,000 words each day, I can pull it out. And so I think, like for me, batching works really well, even with videos, because it's easier to do them since I don't live alone when I have the house to myself. I can set up everything. I can do whatever I want to do. I do tend to change shirts. um, but yeah. Y'all, I've been trying to get past level 1 of my language app French family for like a month, it feels like, and I could not get it. And today I finally did.
Hey.
And so that was me like being ecstatic.
Yes, bravo, bravo. Yeah, we wondered what happened. I'm glad you're okay. We're glad that
Yeah.
like you
I
just fell out of the frame.
Y'all don't know. Like last night, I had to walk away from my French app. Like I was just like, I put it down on the couch and I was like, I'm going to cook. I can't finish this. Like I was just like, if I have to type this sentence over one more time, I don't even care if everybody's being. I don't care how they're getting to Paris.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, they don't have to take the train or the voiture or the avion or anything. I don't care. I was just so frustrated in that. So the fact that I was able to do it when I really just kind of was like, here, I'll finish it. Hopefully, while I have another minute left of the stream.
Yeah. Isn't that funny that like just stepping away and then coming back brings clarity?
Maybe I don't. Well, I also did a different lesson. Like the other lesson I was doing was, I want to say it was like travel, and this one I did it was family. So it was more like grandmother, father, husband, wife, brother, sister. So maybe those words stick in my head better. I don't know.
Yeah.
When
But
I was
in
in
fairness,
school,
it was more the verbs, which should crack Gwenna up because she yells at me every time she sees P, and she's like, "Why are there no verbs? What is your problem with verbs?"
verbs are necessary.
Yeah. And I couldn't conjugate those stupid verbs to save my life. So apparently I have problems with verbs in all languages, Gwenna.
What is your problem with
I have
action?
problems with verbs in every language. There you go.
When I was a kid, I learned in school that you should always do your heaviest studying the night before, whenever you have to do something, and then you just do a refresh in the morning as like a quick way to absorb the most information, because overnight and even during long periods of time, your brain keeps processing information even while you sleep, and so it gives your brain time to understand it. So when you wake up in the morning and you review what you were originally like heavy studying and you just glance through it, you're going to understand it much easier. Is at least what I learned in high school as a study tip. But, you know, we're not in high school anymore.
I don't know. You ask Gwenna, I can make like 16,000 words, 1,600 words at least. 3 verbs.
Not 3. You're not that bad. You're not that bad at all.
All right, 10 verbs.
I'm pretty sure on the one I just did for you, there is only one instance where I was like verb, but like I was over 1,000 words. There was only one instance, and your POV was consistent throughout, right? Like your present tense versus past tense. You did such a good job.
For that too.
You did such a good job, Tiff. I was so proud of you. I was like, she worked hard on this. She put in edits. Okay. You polished the frick out of that. Okay. You did such a good job, Tiff. I'm proud of you.
I do have a new book that you inspired me to go ahead and buy.
Oh, really? Which one?
Well, I mean, I had heard about it on a podcast, but then our conversations around me editing, you know, with you, I was like, oh, maybe I should do it. I don't remember the name of it though. I know it has editing in the title.
To explain, Jess, the content I plan on making in August is going to be about editing and about CP work and all that sort of stuff. So self-editing, how to be a good CP partner and all of that. And then after that, I was thinking for a long time of doing a series that I think I'm going to title, and this is, by the way, a big preview for the rest of you. I think I'm going to title it Blasted Books, where I'm going to get absolutely shit-faced, read a book aloud, and see how it goes.
Yes. Voting twice over here.
amazing. Okay, so it's Intuitive Editing, a creative and practical guide to revising your writing
Oh.
by Tiffany Yates Martin. I had heard about it on, is it Joanna Penn?
Uh-huh.
Her podcast. Like she did an interview with her. And it sounded very interesting how she edits. So that was the one I got, thanks to you, and that one. But then I also downloaded the sample of the Chicago Guide to Grammar Usage and Punctuation. Because
That's
you were also always yelling at me about periods. So there you go.
Why did you choose Chicago versus AP?
Once again, I feel like I was listening to a podcast.
Okay.
And that was the one that the person who did professional edits, like that was what she had.
That's good to know.
So I really feel like I almost remember it was a video podcast. No, I didn't.
Let me know how the
she's yelling at me about periods.
Yeah, let me know how that guide to intuitive editing goes. If you really like it, I'll probably end up buying it as well. I love craft books. I have a thing for craft books.
Well, I'm still reading the book a week conversation. You may have dodged a bullet in not buying it until I read it.
Okay.
Only because so far, I agree, Eva. The Chicago is used for journalism. Because I
guess because Jenna and I both are into psychology and academic writing, we were like, obviously, use the AP style.
Or MLA or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, AP style is Associated Press, so
right. The beginning part is very quick about like why rapid release. This person is very big about writing to market, like figuring out what's selling, and they're writing that. The writing a good book is like this short because she's just saying you should use the 3-act structure, and then she goes into the 3-act structure, and there's like a page about writing character sheets. And right now I'm reading the character versus plot, which seems like it's basically 2 pages. She's obsessed with Mad Max Fury Road. I'm over it. There's a locations outline, and then there's like a sample structure, and then just writing sprints and editing rapidly. So there's not a lot of new stuff in here, nor is there anything that's explaining to you how to write a book in a week. So I'm hoping, because I'm more curious now about the right, not the right to market, how to market book that's supposed to be coming. Because I hope that one is like the one that really has a little bit more information. I mean, it was still only $6 for the 2 books, or the 3 books, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you for letting me know and being honest, because I was gonna make the plunge, but then I saw it and I was like, this doesn't. I'm not sure. Let me see what Tiff has to say. Tiff has good opinions on this. I have read so far half of this dazzling dialogue, and I finished this How to Write Your Novel from the Middle by James Scott Bell. And I bought them both on the day that you were talking about your craft books. And his content is good. I would say he's just a little full of himself. Like, you know, when you read an author and you're like, can you stop talking? Like, I feel like I'm sitting in a lecture hall being lectured by an old white guy. And I know that that's probably not his intended voice. And I know that that's maybe a little rude, but I don't know. I just don't click with his voice as an author. He's perfectly informational, but he makes me want to skim the books instead of actually read them.
Got it. I will say, I stopped reading this book to read that, or the book in a week. And this one I was enjoying, which was How to Write Short Romance Kindle Books, a complete guide to Kindle publishing.
How's it going?
That one was good. I was enjoying that one. So I think I might go back to that one.
Okay.
But I like Eva's suggestion, and I might, not this week, maybe not even next week. But I like her idea with the I was thinking about trying what did she say? Try to film myself trying to write a book in a week.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be a short story. It's not a long story.
Oh, I don't think she's read it yet.
I haven't read it yet. No, I just got it.
Yeah. But also, I'll be doing videos, not on grammar or anything like that. Y'all can Google that. I'm not that into it. But how to critique yourself and edit yourself after you've written your first book. That's what I'll do. Things that you can't Google. I'll review that. That's what I plan on doing at the very least. I'm really excited for this Anatomy of Prose. I looked through the first part of it, and I think that that's pretty good. So far, so good, I have to say. But I've heard really good things.
Wasn't Des reading that on the stream
Yep.
the other day? Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Any craft books you particularly found really enlightening, Jenna, that we should know about, that we should purchase?
None that you should purchase. Every craft book I've read has been like what you were describing last night, was like, okay, I think I learned like 2 little tidbits in this entire book, and the rest of it was just fluff.
Yeah.
That could have been in a pamphlet or an article.
Yeah.
And given the nature of what I write, my 3-act structure is, a little bit different, and it's faster.
Oh, you're still live. I'm off the phone with my mother. We are still live. We are going to be off live here soon because I have to go to bed because I work tomorrow like an adult. Gross.
Laura is going to be joining me for our 24 to 10K.
Nice.
Yeah. And she's doing her description workshop this Tuesday, right?
Nice.
Yes. Congrats to her.
I don't think it's this Tuesday. I think it's next Tuesday.
The Tuesday after that. Yes.
Yeah.
The Tuesday after that. My apologies. Better than Professor James. Yeah. Yeah. I hope so. I hope I connect with her better than that professor. He does write like he's in a lecture hall. Yeah, I think that it is an issue, when you write a craft book, to have a approach to it that is both purposeful and at the same time not excessive, right? So you have to make enough content in there to be genuinely worth someone purchasing. But at the same time, you can't pack every page full of content. So I understand that like it's a hard iron to strike while hot. It's definitely a hard balance to make, a hard scale to balance. But I mean, like Stephen King did it with his own writing. So like, why can't the rest of you?
Yeah, and Ray Bradbury's Zen and the Art of Writing, it's a small book, he didn't try to, make it more than it needed to be. Anybody who writes romance or sex scenes, I Give You My Body by Diana Gabaldon, who writes the Outlander books. She's very famous for her very vivid lovemaking scenes of varying levels of being graphic, and gives a lot of insight about how to approach this if it's a romance novel versus a spicy romance novel versus erotica. So anybody who writes romance who sort of struggles with that or feels awkward about how much is too much, how much do we reveal, that is a good book. And that's a book.
Is there a place I can buy that isn't Kindle?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I think.
Not that I know of.
I mean, I think you could buy the actual book, but I don't think. I
Yeah.
think it's on Amazon though.
Well, no,
'Cause
I
I've
do
looked
want
at
the
it.
book.
I was considering purchasing that one.
I do want the book, but I only see Kindle and ebook available.
That's what I ended up having to buy. And I think maybe because the book was just bizarrely expensive. I don't think it's in print anymore. But it that is one of those books where I think it is 70 pages, but you get a lot in that 70 pages.
Okay.
However, I am gonna say, because I almost feel like this is where I saw it, but I want to look it up before I give you false information.
Yeah, just Kindle audiobook and audio CD. I don't want it. I want a
No,
real
I just moved
book.
it.
Give me my paper. I eat the trees.
I was thinking that I saw it at my library, so you might be able to get it from your library.
Oh,
But
And
I just looked, and I'm not. Well, what?
I have a Libby app. Let me see if it's on there.
also tried like half price books. A lot of times they've got
Oh, I
stuff
love
that's out of print. Yeah.
That's true, but the closest half price books to me is over 30 miles away.
You can get some books online and delivered, but I think you have to pay for that privilege.
I'm willing to pay for a physical book, and half price
Yeah.
books is a good company to support.
If you want to
Anyways,
look it up, and see if it's there's a half price books in St. Louis. I would go pick it up for you, and then when you come for the retreat,
There you go.
well.
Yeah,
Well.
but that is such a specific.
It's not specific. I mean, there's sex scenes in almost every adult book. And now that you mention it, I could use more advice on that. So
Yeah, but hers is again.
even as a 26-year-old who's still experiencing a wild side, I could probably use a little more experience in that theater.
Yeah. One of the things is, it's about 70 pages, but she uses excerpts from her own work. So if you took out those examples, which are really helpful, she might have a 15-page book, but that is one that if that's a niche that you write in, or an area that you would like to explore more, that is worth the money.
there's an Outlander coloring book.
Sounds glorious. Sounds like you're going to need a lot of flesh toned coloring pencils. Which, by the way,
I want to get that for my cousin. I have a cousin who is obsessed with Outlander. Like, I so want to get that for her.
It looks like we've got some recommendations.
I've read the beginnings of some K.M. Weiland's, like in the samples, and there is one that I do kind of want to get. I just haven't bought it yet.
Well, thank you for letting us know, Laura. Whenever you recommend a book, Laura, I'm like, oh, I'll go read it. You ever read someone's writing and you're like, oh, anything you say, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. Just make me more like you. Right? So K.M. Weiland, you said it was one of the ones that you wanted to do?
Yeah, that's one of the ones. I think it's her characters. She's got a
her character arc
that I've considered getting.
I'm good with outlining and with character arcs, and with it looks like she also has some stuff on structure, and those are actually my strong suits. Believe it or not, it's just really hard for me to even though I can catch POV shifts in everyone else, but I can't catch my own POV shifts or my own past tense versus present tense or my own repetitive words or my own passive voice. Gotta love grammar.
I'm really only seeing that I give you my body thing in audiobook or Kindle. You're not
I'm gonna
wrong.
cry. I'm gonna cry.
I even Google searched. I can't find it anywhere.
Oh, Nick, here's what I do. You find someone who wants to be in your life more, and then you say, hey, I was looking for this book, have you heard of it? Right? And you just manipulate them into buying you books. That's what you do. You openly manipulate other human beings for their
Or just
money.
ask for gift cards. That's what I do.
Yeah, so Jess, I don't write spicy romance. I write plain erotica, just absolute smut. There is no story, there is no need for character development. It's just people touching fruiters. That's all we're dealing with.
And while I do write paranormal, my paranormal is spicy romance.
Okay.
It is story. It is character development. There is plot structure.
God bless this
But they are
stream.
still touching all types of things.
God bless this community. I love you both. And look at how polite she is. Oh, okay. Thank you for your clarification.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I'm serious, Nick. Just openly manipulate other human beings. Be a trash can of a human being and allow other people to buy you things. Jess, I write sci-fi, fantasy, adult, and YA. Which, adult
When you
sometimes has
say,
some like,
I started to say, when you say adult,
yeah. I mean, like, I do have sex scenes in my adult books, and my YAs are fade to black.
Oh, I rarely write YA. I do, most of mine are either adult or new adult, like at least college age.
Yeah,
And my
when I
college age
say
is
adult, I
not
definitely mean new adult, because to me, the only difference there is that it's, more approachable. Old adult books are completely inapproachable stylistically, is what I've noticed. Like most adult books written pre like 1997 are just like, why would I spend 3 hours rereading the same chapter? You bore me. Right?
Oh.
Oh, this comment, which is great.
But I've started to wonder if I'm more of a paranormal mystery writer than necessarily full romance.
I get a lot
Because
more
I
mystery vibes.
find you do?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the romance, and it's always a part of it. Like, I don't think I've ever written anything that didn't have a romance in it. But I'm always more like, how can I screw with you and like do all kinds of weird things, but somehow give you a happily ever after?
And I just want to touch on Just Eva's comment here. Like, not all adult books have to have sex. And I want to say that,
Mm-mm.
not all adult. But I feel like a lot of authors, especially new authors, are pressured into feeling like, oh, if it's adult, it has to be sexy. Romance sells, right? But in my adventure book that Jenna has so kindly volunteered to CP for, there's no sex scenes in it whatsoever. But you don't write about dragons eating people in a YA as graphically as I wrote in the adult book, right? There's just levels of graphic that you unveil to different audiences, right? You just don't. You don't get that gory.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
can't tell you the last time I read a non-gory dragon eating people. I just don't know.
Old adult books. No body horror in old adult books. It was all insinuations and hints.
Yeah.
You have to read between the lines. Boring. Boring. Give me the body horror. Let me feel it. And they don't have to. Yep. Hallmark style. Dragons eating people is the ideal genre. I agree. Yes. I wish it was a little closer to reality. I feel like there's a few people we can volunteer for Smaug.
Yep.
Tribute.
Yeah, tribute. It is nearly 11. I have almost kept you guys here 2 hours over our allotted time. I love you both, but I'm not going to torture you any longer with my presence. I have gotten half my work done for the night, and I will consider that a win. Dragons go munch munch on bones. So they now crunch crunch. Now we have a graphic version. Oh, I need to, but let me do that before I get off the stream, or else I'm going to totally forget. Let me send Jenna and Morgan that manuscript, or I will forget and go straight to bed. And next Friday, you guys can be like, Gwenna, you said you would.
Look at that. Morgan got her oops, I disappeared. There I am. She got her stream loaded. So if you guys are looking to stream in the morning, 8 a.m.
Ooh, yes, ma'am.
She's
8 a.m.
there for
Eastern
you.
or 8 a.m. Central.
Oh, 8 a.m. Central.
Boo.
Well,
Moo.
she's Central. What do you want me to do?
I want you all to move here. And I don't think I'm asking too much for you to uproot your lives for me. Okay?
Okay.
Let me see here. Okay, I've got that draft.
Who's writing Arthur 2 fanfic?
What?
Justiva. Yeah. Justiva says something about this. Yeah.
I like it.
It's sexy times and murder.
You can mention me by name.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care. I like being the star of other people's shows. And if you killed me off in some way, I would feel so honored to be gloriously slaughtered. I would.
was thinking if I was the murderer.
Oh my God. Eva, you've got to do it now. You've got to have a season if kills me.
I mean, and I'm not going to say you should have me barbecue somebody. I'm just saying I've talked about it enough that I feel like Gwenna has stepped up to the plate and we're gonna
I would love to be barbecued. Roast me alive. Let's do it.
Ooh, can Chandra and I team up?
I would
team up with Chandra.
It would take 2 people to take me down. That's more realistic.
Yeah, with all that martial arts background.
You don't know what we got in our back pocket.
Hopefully more than a couple knives. And some fire starters and some firewood out back. And smoking chips. You know, smoking chips.
That's right. That's right.
You had that dinner. Y'all careful when you eat at Tip's house.
Yes,
I have never served anybody the wrong food.
You just served them the right food that they didn't know they needed.
My goodness.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it.
Let's start with outros because we do have to wrap it up here. Jenna, tell us about you.
Well, I think I explained very clearly what I write already. I will have some published debut novellas out by the end of the summer, and then you can read about all the fruiter touching you could shake a stick at or anything else at.
And all of her spumescent.
Yes. Yes.
All of her spumescent fiction.
I don't know, JC. I mean, I would maybe in the vein of every other author behaving badly, I'd write a book, cooking dinner at Tiff's house. I might have barbecued him, but I got away with it. No. Hello, everybody. I'm Tiffany, TLS Lifestyle, and all the interwebs. I I have a podcast called This Great Life. I am streaming on Thursdays. PJs and Scribbles will be back next week, but for this week it is S'mores and Scribbles. One last week, one last chance to get all of your bingos filled in. And I'll be on Desert Stream tomorrow night.
Nice.
So yay, come, I think, learn more about me because I'm such a closed book. And let's see what else. Oh, and my Kindlevella is launching on Tuesday.
Woo!
So be sure to go check it out. Give it a like, give it a fave, give it a thumbs up, give it a review. Oh,
That is the
thank you,
truth.
Casey.
That is the truth. And that is
All the
why I
things
come to
that you can,
Thursdays.
including coins if you have them available. And if you would like to support me, or if you live outside of the US, I will hopefully by tomorrow have the episodes up on my Ko-fi page, since I know that people outside the US can't read the Kindlevellas. So that's me.
Hi, friends. I'm Gwenna Agwena. You're here on my channel. For all of our stalkers, thank you for stalking us. For everyone in the chat, we have absolutely loved having you here today. Today has felt like the fastest stream I have ever done. I mean, this flew by. We are 4 hours in, and it went by in like a minute to me. You guys are good for my heart and good for my soul. Thank you both for feeding me that joy. I love you both. If you guys want to support me, go read my Kindlevella, send me money on Ko-fi. I need both of those things. I am a starving artist and still trying to pay for school. Let me see last comments. But I think when about Barrett showed that video of a wombat screaming, it was like, good Lord. Oh, you didn't hear me screech the wombat screech. You got to go back to my Friday Night Live of Mexico because you'd love it. You'd love that entire, that author tube lore came back up real quick a little minute ago. Next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you will see me 9 to 11, 7 to 9, and 7 to 9. And that first Friday to Saturday, we are launching our 24 to 10K, which is going to kick some ass and close out NaNo on a strong note. So, love you guys. Have a great rest of your night, and bye.